Hey guys, welcome back to Waking Mars. Off screen, I quickly got the biomass 5 stars for crossing and where we are currently, the vertical shaft. Also decided to pump up our hydron and halide seeds, get them to full max. Also got a bit of compost as well. I'm going to be doing those off screen a couple times just in case, because believe me, they will be needed in this. For right now, actually, we're told last time that if we stand here.
Just before the outpost collapsed, you were saying something like the Cerebrane's purpose is to force us to grow life forms in every chamber?
The Cerebrane have no purpose, Amani. They simply have evolved survival mechanisms that have led to the perpetuation of their species. But they do play that role, and the overall ecosystem benefits from it. Each chamber of Lethe Cavern is like the cell of a creature, protected and isolated from neighboring chambers until enough life thrives inside. Life then spreads from chamber to chamber. We simply accelerate this process.
So yes, every time you stand on this pillar, if Amani has a means to speak to Liang, she will. So I believe there's a couple we have right here, so I'm just gonna keep.
So what about the harvesters? How do they fit into the Lethe Cavern ecosystem, do you think?
It is puzzling. They seem symbiotic with the Cerebrane, gathering energy from the life that thrives inside each chamber. But I am not clear on what they do with this energy. Perhaps they are part of some larger life form? The Megazord perplex me. Only a fraction of their role can be observed at once. I hope for more clarity once we have found and researched every Megazord.
I'm not actually certain how many there are here at the moment. I believe we have one more. Oh.
I'm sure you noticed that at a certain depth, the rock became a different type. Lots of new formations, too.
Yes, it is similar to karst rocks on Earth. I'm struck by the fact that those stalactites could not have formed without millennia of flowing water.
And the karst didn't appear until you got just below the former planetary surface. I'll tell you what I think. The Mars we know is covered with basalt, right? But underneath that, it's all like this. Layers of limestone, like on Earth, buried long ago by volcanic activity. So what I'm saying is this cave is from long, long ago, like billions of years old. You've gotten deep enough to see what Mars used to be like long before humans existed. Well, the underground of ancient Mars anyway. I guess we'll never know what it used to be like on the surface.
Okay, there might be a few more. I actually don't know. I don't know off the top of my head how many are here.
Amani, suppose you are right that parts of the cave are left over from an ancient era in Mars history. What would that tell us?
A lot. If the karst rock is really the equivalent of Earth limestone, then that means
That it is composed of the remnants of marine organisms. Their skeletal fragments piled into deep layers over the millennia.
exactly. And that means oceans. Super big oceans full of life on the surface of the planet for millions of years. Then when the oceans went away, they left behind this limestone.
There would have been millennia of rain, carving caves from the rock.
There's plenty of evidence that an ocean once covered Mars, but an ocean full of life, a thick atmosphere with regular precipitation, that's a whole new vision of ancient Mars.
And yet the life forms we discovered would have evolved more easily in such an environment. This may be the truth.
I definitely think that while I specifically enjoy the gameplay of Waking Mars, I guess science aspects of everything that goes on is very interesting, especially if you have any form of interest. Pretty much in anything involving space, even if it's just minor stuff. Okay.
Here's my big question. Suppose ancient Mars really did support life on the surface. Oceans, atmosphere, life forms evolving over time, all that. Why is it such a bare rock today?
Perhaps the atmosphere disappeared first. The rest would soon topple. The oceans would evaporate into space and be subsumed underground. The surface would become cold and blasted with radiation.
Which is pretty much the Mars we see today. So, what happened to the atmosphere? The only reason Earth has an atmosphere is because of its liquid core. Convection of that molten metal creates the magnetic field. And the magnetic field deflects the sun's solar wind, which would otherwise blast Earth's atmosphere into space. See where I'm going with this?
If Mars once had a molten core of significant size, it might have been able to sustain an atmosphere. until that molten core cooled.
At which point, the whole planet would have become barren and dead, slowly, over centuries. I actually can't think of anything else I'm dying to talk to you about right now.
I am sure more topics will arise as we explore further.
We can just make conversation if you want. People do that, you know.
But right now I think we're gonna explore deeper and reach what looks to be the body of water that was mentioned a while back. Alright, get out of here.
Attention! We are approaching the reservoir indicated by Dr. Ranga. Scans confirm the presence of abundant liquid water. Liquid water has never before been found on Mars.
Then it will be another historical discovery. Our expedition has had many.
Here we go. And we also meet some new Zoa, but first... Alright, well, I guess I can explain these guys in a quick second. Not Prax, please.
I have generated an assumption. You wish to know whether these are Megazoa.
Yes, that is true, Art.
Congratulations! I have correctly predicted your behavior.
Yes. So, are these Megazoa?
Yes, they are a species of Megazoa related to Hydronzoa. We will call them Hydronmaxis. This species does not generate liquid water, but transports it using capillary action.
So all of the water flowing out of these plants comes from somewhere else?
Yes, it is drawn up through the stems of the Megazoa from an unknown source below.
Which means there's an even larger source of water somewhere else. Alright, these guys. Ledenzoa. Water them. And they'll sprout their seeds. Something to note about the Ledenzoid seeds, you cannot pick them up, and they automatically float upward. Simply just put them in there, and well, you know, the usual, they grow. They give, oh goodness, I think they give the second highest amount. I just don't remember. Should tell us in a second. There's 35. 35. Now, these guys are going to be one of our better Zoa to reproduce, but at the same time, since you can't pick up their seeds, they're a little annoying. And by a little, I mean a lot, because you have to bounce them around in order to get to their seed, in order to get the thing. Now, for fertile terrain that's near the top, that's not really a problem. Getting them towards bottom portions, though, yeah, I'm gonna probably be either speeding it up or, I guess, skipping. Suffice to say, these are going to be one of our better ones that we wish to grow. I don't believe I'll need to waste any of our... Nope. And that's... Jesus. Alright, Brax. Alright, where was it? It's over to your left. Unless you enjoy seeing struggle. Nope, 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 nope. Yes, no. It's idiotic. Have all this. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot better now. There's no way I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep my sanity. Oh, okay, I'm lost. I'm not that one. Brax always turns up. Where'd you go? Very far. Oh, you can't anymore. Down here. Hey, did you mean to enjoy anything? I need probably power now. Power 2. And nope. Nope. At least now, I teach myself how to see it. Nope, just close. There we go. Oy. Apparently they've been growing themselves as well. There we go, we're at max. Oh my goodness, those things are gonna give me headaches, and I didn't even need to use any of my compost. Wait, how? Oh, wait, what? Whatever. Okay, we got that done. That's another max biomass area we don't have to worry as much about. Now, however, though, the game thinks we've gotten used to that, so they're gonna give us an area that's a little more open-minded in terms of what we can do. So, let's figure out what we can do. So let's see. That multiple times, but we can still try. I think I actually want to use a compost here. Also show you that once you use what a compost version of these look like. They simply just produce more seeds. Okay, let's direct it as best we can. Where are you going? Oh no, there's more of them. And yours don't get stuck over here. Where'd that go? Okay. Actually, this one won't be that big of a deal. Because that's already watered. That one will go straight up right into it, so I can figure out if that'll be a good spot. Pretty sure that acid's gonna kill it right away though, that's the only problem. Nope. Lethe actually might be smart and not... Ow. Oh, that's gonna be a problem with the acid. You know what? These do produce. Ollie will gladly take that. Give me some compost. Wait, where did... Oh, okay. Ow! Okay, we need to be careful here. I'm gonna go get some health. Without... Okay. I say as I stand directly. We're almost there. We need 2 more. Actually. No, there's an acid pool below me. Would not be the smartest thing in the world. Okay. Good talk. Do not drop. Oh, thank goodness. There's one more down here. I got worried I just killed all of them. Wow. Get a couple more of you. Put those seeds over there so they can start growing. Alright. Actually, this might be a lot easier than I thought. Oh, there were more of you over here. Why was I so worried? actually. Cerebrain. Ooh, I have to have biomass level 5 for this one. I don't actually know what goes that way. I'm a little interested though. I actually do not have any crack seeds. Never mind. This is why you stock up on compost. Alright, where that leads. I'm actually not certain myself. Actually, wait a minute, I think I just remembered.
Attention! The fossilized life forms at this location have a 47.562% likelihood of being similar to a sample removed by Octo.
Some of these fossils appear to be the ancestors of the life forms in this cave. Others appear aquatic in origin.
Yes! Evidence indicates these life forms evolved in an extremely very enormous body of cold saline water.
Amani and I speculated that Mars once had oceans teeming with life. One day these fossils may help confirm that hypothesis.
Look here, we even got some crack seeds. Always good to keep yourself a little bit near max for everything. Although, is there any other fertile terrain? I'm just now realizing I don't actually have an area. And that was stupid of me. Except I just now remembered there's one over here. Alright. Well, let's head to the next area. Okay, game. Wow. Second death. I just lost a lot of stuff from that. Oh. You know what? You know what, game? You know, I don't know what's like that. Actual legs. That was me. Oh, it's on seeds. That's mine. Oh, there's one. Oh.
Attention! The fossilized life
Some of
forms,
these.
yes!
Amani and I speculated that Mars once had oceans teeming with life. One day these fossils may help confirm that hypothesis.
Here, hear that? Don't you hurt yourselves. I'm gonna cut here because that was just silly. So hey guys, we screwed up a little bit. I'm hoping at me editing fix that by just cutting you here. We're gonna head out here. Not end up hurting ourselves even more. Apparently this little guy's gonna follow us for a little bit.
Hey, Leong, is that you? Boy, have I got news. Come out to the edge of the cliff where the reception is better. Hey, look who's still alive.
Amani, it is good to make contact with you.
You've descended 297 meters deeper into the cave. Keep it up, and you'll be safe and sound in no time.
It will be a relief to join you at base camp.
So, you're never gonna believe this? I discovered a signal coming out of the cave.
You... a what?
It was always there, actually. I thought it was high-frequency noise, until I picked out some repeating patterns.
How... what kind of signal is it?
That part is really cool. It's similar to what Zoe emit. One signal band effectively spreads the spectrum of another, like a carrier for frequency hop.
I misspoke. I meant to ask, what is emitting the signal?
I don't know. Something in that cave is sending a message, over and over.
You speculate that it is a message. It could be a natural phenomenon. It probably is.
Well, don't you just know everything? How about I put the source of the naturally occurring signal phenomenon on your map, in case you get curious?
Yes, you are correct. That would be best. Thank you, Amani.